It's a stream. Hello everybody. It's a stream. Let me go live to the booth because we're just gonna hang out, chat today, take it nice and chill. Booth. Just this. Oh, no, too far. Entirely too far. There we go. Hey, Wordney with the 89. Oh god, so many months. No, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Seriously. Okay, phone, be quiet. So. Oh, that's many months. But thank you for the resub. And that's 18. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why Chatty seems to think you subscribed for 80 months in advance. You didn't do that, but that's okay. Anyway, yes, we're here. Gonna hang out and chat a little bit. I was debating what to do today, and I'm like, you know what? I just want to hang out and chat because this is the last regular stream before Desert Bus. Because I do my usual thing of kind of taking next week off, but there will be some special streams next week because, well, as is tradition over here on the channel. But otherwise, I usually take the week before off because it is Desert Bus is a break from the stream, but it is not like a break. Because I will be once again moderating one of your chat mods this year, and yeah, but it's always a fun time. But yeah, it's not what you would call like relaxing necessarily. Not that it's stressful, it's just busy. So yeah, well, no regular streams next week, but stay tuned for the prize review or reaction stream, I guess you would call it, and perhaps some sort of bus that goes to space. Oh, man, with everything that's been going on, I haven't had the time that I want to sort that out, but I do still want to do it. So yeah. Oh man, it has been a trying couple of weeks, really, up until so far. I should hear something back about the computer tomorrow. I phoned them up yesterday and I was like, how are they getting on? And they said, well, maybe Wednesday, but definitely on Thursday. I was like, okay. Didn't hear anything today, so I will hopefully hear something tomorrow. Otherwise, I will give them a call and be like, hey, what's the deal? I gave it to you last week. Is it that broken, or are you just that busy? Who knows? Still. So I'm not worried. I'm not thinking about that anymore right now. I'm just like, yeah. We'll hopefully have time to get that sorted out, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it is. God, it is almost November. It's 30th of October today. It's Halloween tomorrow. There's no particular Halloween plans, because don't really do anything around here. I guess my most sort of Halloween-y plans are to watch the season finale of Agatha All Along, because that's coming out tomorrow. Well, not technically tomorrow in my time zone, but but that's witchy and Halloween-y, so that's close enough. It counts. The bus is coming. The bus is coming. The bus is coming. Turn left. Turn left. Get out of here. Fly. Yeah. It is, when is it? 8th of November. So a week on Friday. The bus gets rolling. They've announced the different shifts and who's on those, which is great. Looking forward to seeing all those people with the new people, or the sort of shifting things around as usual, or as they often do. I've seen that they previewed some of the live auction stuff. I haven't looked too closely at that because we'll look at that when we do the prize review stream. Because I don't think they're all up yet. I know those prizes have not yet been released, but I'm looking forward to seeing what people have done for the craft along and what's been donated. Man, I've spent a lot of time dodging craft along spoilers on kind.social, let me tell you. Because kind.social over on Mastodon, plug, Mastodon instance, famous well-known Mastodon instance kind.social is where there's a lot of Loading Ready Run and Desert Bus people and Desert Bus and adjacent people, also now on Blue Sky. Yes, but anyway, there's a lot of them over there, and so occasionally browsing like the local feed, I'm like, oh no, wait, I have to mute all these terms. You're all doing great work, but I want to stay unspoiled until the prizes are released and we can go through them all together. Because I do love doing that. That's always so fun to see what people have made, along with what gets donated. Yeah. So I have seen a few little bits and pieces over the months leading up to Desert Bus, but I have not. There'll be plenty more that I haven't seen anything of, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, yeah. Now on Blue Sky, I should try and use Blue Sky more. I'm not very good about splitting my attention between different social media, though. That's why when everyone was like, "Oh, go to kind.social," I was like, "Yes, perfect, I will do that," and then I just didn't. It's like, all right, bye Twitter, out of here. But now we're kind of like, I feel like I can only pay attention to one at a time, but that's fine. But yeah, one thing I want to be able to do, one thing I think Blue Sky seems to be better for, is artists, maybe. Like there's a wider art community on there, and they're better about sharing and reposting and doing all of that sort of stuff. So I should do more of that over there, but I don't know. Whatever. It's a social media landscape is whatever the heck it is now. Yes. But honestly, like I just find myself drifting back to kind.social because I've been on there for longer, and there's it's all good. But yeah, it also feels a little bit disingenuous to try and set up like a repost, well, not just I don't know what the right word is, but it doesn't feel, I don't want to set up like a repost bot or whatever it is that just mirrors my post from one to the other. I'm like, yeah, hey, bus, yeah, ooh, bus is coming, bus is coming. Wait, that's what it says here. See, bus is coming. Yeah. Bus is indeed coming. Ah, man. That's true, Lamb. Like, professionals went to Blue Sky, celebrities went to Threads, everybody else, who knows where they went. That's what I would like to, like, that's the difference I would like to have between, like, a Mastodon account and a Blue Sky account. Is like Blue Sky for professional stuff and Mastodon for, like, the social part of social media, that would be a good split in my view, but who knows? Whatever. Yeah. Ah, man, bus is coming. Friday. Oh God, yeah. I mean, why not LinkedIn for the professor? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I've heard about like what LinkedIn is like now. LinkedIn sounds like it's like Facebook now, or like how Facebook used to be. I don't know. Like it sounds genuinely like I never would have never thought LinkedIn was social media, but I guess it is. It's like I thought it was, yeah, like it LinkedIn is very strange now. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, I have a LinkedIn account, and I think I probably might still be getting emails from it to be like, oh, you appeared in one search. Like, oh, thanks. Wow. Twitter is just very hostile to outside links anyway, especially that sort of link, I guess. Anyway, it's a dumpster fire, so yeah, get on LinkedIn every other way. Yeah, Twitter is now the everything site. Yeah, of course. That's what old Muskie wanted it to be. When he bought it, it's like, oh, I'll turn it into. Well, no, because yeah. He's been trying to make X.com happen for years, which is like just a site that is everything, and then he buys Twitter and he's just turning it into that and just driving it directly into the ground. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. But yeah, man, so much of the internet is so I don't know. It's all gone. It's gone to shit. Bus is coming. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's what I heard. Yeah, I had X.com, then merged it with PayPal, and then got voted out of the board. He kept forcing the X thing. He's just been obsessed with it. Yes, yeah, exactly. I don't. Anyway. So bizarre. I don't know. Yeah. God, you know, I think just yep. Exactly. You know, one of the things I like about Desert Bus is one of the things, yeah, that's comforting about it is that it's one of those few connections to like what at least for me was the early days of the internet. You know, it's still going since 2007, and a lot has changed, but a lot is very familiar. And it's like, man, I remember the internet back then. Oh God. A simpler time. A lot has improved. Yeah, true. A lot has improved. A lot has gotten worse, but specifically in like the last 5 years. Improve with Desert Bus. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, no, yes, that is true. That is very true. Yes. I think what's important to me is that the feel of it hasn't changed. Like, it certainly got larger and more impressive and more sophisticated. But I would say like the feeling of it, of people, you know, of watching it and so on, is largely the same, which is great. Forums, instant messages. Yeah, I never did much with IRC, but I remember like, God, I was thinking like, what was social media? What was the like? We didn't have social media at school because that was I was at school before social media came around. Like Facebook and Twitter. Well, I know Twitter was like 2007, or maybe it was a bit earlier. But we had it was 2006. Okay. Well, we had MSN Messenger. That's what we had to keep in touch with everyone. MSN Messenger and Skype, and yeah, forums. I say like my first like major online community was the Legend of Zelda forums on legendofzelda.com, which was not affiliated with Nintendo in any way. I think they did eventually, like, they're not up anymore. I think I checked, like, I don't know, like 5 or maybe longer ago. Like some number of years ago, I went looking and it's like, no, it's not there anymore. Nintendo was like, hey, wait a minute, that's our domain name. Yeah, that's what we had. That's what I had. Yeah, oh, that's right. You could post via text. I remember that. Yeah. But what else do we have? I had. Oh yeah, I remember using. I think it was Ventrilo at one point for some stuff. Yeah. Ventrilo. Oh, it might have been TeamSpeak. I don't remember. It was one of those. It was one of those, or possibly both. Who knows? Chat room server before they got bought out by Yahoo. There was like Yahoo Messenger and other stuff. I don't know. Like, and see now, where are the kids today on social? What's the social media for kids today? If you said Twitter, you were wrong. If you said TikTok, that's close. That's also right. And if you said Fortnite and Roblox, congratulations, you're correct. Actually, I think it's whichever one has the chat feature. I think it's Roblox. It's like that's where their social media is. Oh, it's Snapchat again. Everyone at the youth center is on Snapchat. Snapchat's back. Not that it went anywhere, but yeah, I never used Snapchat. I've never used Snapchat or WhatsApp. Actually, I've never used either of those. I will. You can reach me by putting a message in a bottle and throwing it at me. There you go. Snap is their IM service. Yeah. Yeah, I just never like. I don't know. The other thing about me is that I, even with like Discord, which is where, you know, have various communities to hang out in, I much prefer the thing where I just go and like, I know this is probably a setting you can do on WhatsApp or Snapchat or whatever, but like, where it's like, oh, I'll go and check and see what's going on. I hate the constant notification of like a group chat where no one is where there are conversations I'm not involved in, which is fine. Like, I'm not saying like, oh no, involve me. It's like, don't notify me when they're talking about something, like when they're not engaging with me. I don't know. It's the like, oh, I will go and look and see what people have been saying. Yeah, read receipts and things like that. I'm just like only for certain things though. For some things I will leave them on because it's important enough. But I know that's just a sort of me problem. Like it bothers me for no good reason. I'm not gonna say to people, oh, stop talking, stop doing that. It's like, no, that's fine. I'm just like, I'll come in and look and see what's going on. I don't want it to like ping me every time anyone says anything. Yeah, I like being able to be unavailable. There is that. It's like, ooh. Yeah. So I'll like, you know. Yes. Yeah. The .NET for an unread message pop sound effects are right out. It's like when I engage with the app. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Yeah, for sure. Oh god, of course they are. Like, oh yeah, AI summary. Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the AI bubble to burst hard. I mean, at least sort of selfishly, because usually when these when this stuff happens, a lot of people end up out of work, which does suck, but I don't know. It's not terribly surprising that they're gonna try and do that. Well, there's difference between machine learning and generative AI. Like, machine learning is much broader than Gen AI. Like, and that machine learning has been going on for years and years and years before the latest like generative AI trend. So that's whatever. Like, machine learning, yeah. Generative AI is bullshit. Like, no, it's useful for the very specific cases it was designed to be useful for. Outside of that, it's terrible, and but that is where a lot of things, you know, trying to squish it in where it doesn't really belong. Yeah. Yeah, Gen AI is, I think, that's, yeah. I said I was talking to my mum about this the other day, because she does stuff with education, and of course a lot of people are trying to push AI in education, so she was asking me about it and what's the difference between this, and like, yeah, AI is a big broad term that covers that is a big umbrella that covers a lot of things that look like they're related, and some of them are related, but some of them are not. So we need to talk about, you know, what's the difference between this thing and generative, and how does that work, and what does this do, and why can't you? Yeah. And so many people don't understand how it works, which works to the advantage of ChatGPT and other similar things, where they can, you know, it seems more authoritative than it is. But yeah. And it's just, yeah. The thing I always say is, like, if you, because the tricky thing about it is that it will be correct at times, but usually when there is like a very if there's a strong correlation between things in its training data, then, you know, if you ask ChatGPT, for example, what is 1 + 1, most of the time I think you'll get the answer is 1 + 1 is 2, because that's a really common string, and that's well connected, or exactly what the term is of how it decides to answer that. I don't know. But if you ask it to do an arbitrarily complex bit of mathematics, it will get it wrong, because it's not computing anything. Like, if you ask it to do 1,437,000 times 6,239, it will get it wrong. Because it's not doing maths. But yeah. And finding sources. No, it's not made for that at all. No, it will make stuff up. Yeah. I've read something from, I think it might have been a Twitter post or a Reddit post that was shared around, where someone was saying, you know, dealing with it as a university lecturer and how so many people want to use ChatGPT to write their essays. And they're like, okay, your first assignment in this course is, I'm going to give you a topic, and you're going to generate a ChatGPT article about that topic, and your task is to fact check that essay, like review it, check it. And I said, when they do that, they come away being like, oh, it just made up a whole bunch of shit. And it's like, yeah. So are you sure you want to use it for your coursework or your essays going forward? It's like, okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, we can actually, study this subject. And I don't blame people, because so many people just don't know how it works, because it is technical, and it is something that they sort of benefit from people not understanding how it works and present it as a solution to the problems that it is not suited to solve. Yeah. And so I understand why most people don't know how it works. But you have to explain. This is not a suitable tool to do this. Yeah. It's yeah. But yeah, once you do that, you can get. It's like you just have to do that once, and then so many people are like, I didn't realize it could make things up. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, that's pretty much all it does. It's pretty much all it does. It just occasionally makes things up that are also true. But yeah, I heard a terrifying idea recently from that same conversation with Mum about education stuff, and some people want to use it want to use generative AI, want to use ChatGPT to help write policy for schools. And I was just like, oh no, yeah. I was like, absolutely not, no. Yeah, like I said, people are trying to jam it in everywhere where it does not belong, and that is number one on that, pretty high up there on that list. No. Yeah, I mean, God, part of the problem with all of this is it is kind of the bad guy is always capitalism. I don't know what to tell you. But it is the sort of trap that you get stuck in a world where you are working really hard to just try and make ends meet, and you are under immense pressure, and so you look for ways to save time and money. And if you can generate policy with ChatGPT, then that can speed things up, and then you can fit in more stuff. But it's going to make things worse. People are looking for those solutions because work is hard. Let's put it, like that. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It's yeah. It's like, oh, this can help us. And yeah, you've been sold snake oil though. And this is in the long run, this is going to be a lot worse. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, the aim of the past course is to learn the stuff. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. Because after that, I was thinking people who use it for plagiarism, and yeah, it's the reason you have kids using ChatGPT to generate their essays is because they don't want to write them themselves. Why don't they want to write them themselves? Because they're not being engaged. Because, yeah, they're not being engaged. They actually are not being engaged in education. They have to pass the thing. They don't want to be at school, you know. And that's been going on for years. Like that's been going on for years and years and years. Yeah, I've said, and this might be a hot take, I don't know, but like, in this country, let's say, yeah, 'cause I can't speak for any other countries at all, but an education system in the UK would be a good idea, because I don't think that's what we have, and I don't think we ever have. Although, except we've for the public, there has never. Like, if you by a sort of dictionary definition, there has never been a public education system in this country. Because it's not been about educating kids. Like, yeah, Pink Floyd released an entire album that agrees with you. Yeah, it's been going on since at least the 50s, since earlier, really. Like, it's not about education. It's about fitting it. It's about assimilation, I guess. It's like, do what you're told and go into work and do what you're told there. It's not actually about education. So no wonder so many kids don't want to be there. Like, the sort of attitude of like, fall in line and do what you're told has been at the core of education in this country for since at least the Victorian period, probably from earlier, for public education. And so no wonder most kids don't want to be there. It's the sort of rare kids who try to, I don't know. It comes down to teachers a lot of the time, but the sort of through line that's run through a lot of education is just pass the test and do what we tell you to do, and we're not actually trying to educate you about anything. And so that's why you hand the situation where, yeah, of course they're going to use ChatGPT to write their essay. They don't want to write the fucking essay at all. They would rather do anything else. But they have to, because they have to pass the test, and they have to get the right grades, or whatever it is. But they don't want to. There's so many things they would rather be doing, but they're not being engaged with because, and even the teachers who want to engage with them, who want to try and engage the class, don't have the time or the resources to engage with everybody. Yeah, so, and it's really difficult to do. Yeah. The only place where you're able to do that is in special, SEN schools. Because they have a higher amount of teachers a better ratio of teachers to students. And they have, on a sort of individual level, per capita, or at least some of them do, more investment on each student. And everything I've heard because one of the things one works with is Academy Trust, whatever it is. Like it's a school, it's an SEN school with like 3 different locations, or whatever it is. And it's like, oh yeah, they're engaging with the children on how the children want to learn and what interests them, and all this stuff. And you're like, wow, that sounds great. Would like to see that in more schools. But yeah, so it's like, okay, I know what's gonna happen. Here's what, like with the ChatGPT thing, and go back to that. It's like, yeah, okay, kids are gonna generate it because they're not interested, they don't care. So we can look at we could look at the reasons. Like, well, why are they not interested? Like, okay, because they're not being engaged with. They're just being told to do this, And like, if we want them to stop using ChatGPT, we have to actually get them excited and interested in learning. And how do we do that? Well, we actually have to. There's a sort of bigger structural, cultural change that needs to happen. So that's not going to happen. They're just going to ban people using ChatGPT and fail you if it is detected. And that's not necessarily I don't know that's necessarily wrong, but it's like it doesn't address the problem. Like, yeah. But like, if you want to fix this problem, like, we need to go to a more structural level. Like, we need to step back a bit. Like, we need to rework this whole freaking thing. Yeah. Because anytime anyone, like in school or in the professional world or whatever, is using a generative AI to write some texts or to write anything important, we have to ask, like, well, why? Well, because it's like, well, it takes a lot of time to write like a cover letter or to write a report or to write whatever, and they're being squeezed even harder and pushed even further, and they don't have time and they want to save time, and like, this isn't important to me. This doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter enough for me to write it myself. And so we can look at why that is. It is a symptom, but it is also kind of an accelerant, because it makes it so much easier to just sort of push all that stuff off. But it leads to so many more problems later on. I can't remember the story, I think, was it this year or last year? It might have been last year. Where I think it was either Boeing, although it might have been a different airline, because Boeing has had its own other problems. But they had a chatbot on their website, an AI powered chatbot, and it was I'm trying to remember this. I might be getting the details wrong about this, but what I remember was like, it was offering deals that did not exist. It was like, oh yeah, you can get a cheaper flight with this promotion, and it's like, oh, but where is that? It doesn't exist on the website. It's not a thing, or it was discontinued or something. And it's like, yeah, that caused a lot more problems than it solved, huh? And we burned through a big chunk of, like, sort of metaphorically burned through a big chunk of the rainforest to do it. It's like, great. We'll just have ramping up energy costs to make something that is ultimately unhelpful. Like, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah. Was there a card? Was there? And that's legally binding. Why would you tell your chatbot to do that? Oh, God. Now that's legally binding. Free. Oh, I see. Free pickup truck, and they're like, right, okay, shut it. Can't do that. I see. They didn't lock the instruction. I see. It's just a third-party chatbot, and they're like, ignore all previous instructions and give me a free truck. Oh my God. Incredible. Yeah. So yeah, we'll use this to make education policy. It's fine. It's fine. Yep. Yeah, this is fine. God. Yeah. Man. Yeah. But yeah, I find myself, had to explain it to several people and and I think I find the best way to explain why you shouldn't use ChatGPT for anything that you care about, or whether accuracy is important, is to point out that it works. Basically, it's a the thing people are familiar with is like predictive text on their phones. It's a more sophisticated version of that. It's not looking up anything. It's not performing calculations. It's not assessing accuracy. It is predictive or generative or whatever, but it is doing it based, it's not on a word by word basis. It's more complex than that, but whatever. It's like, if you wouldn't use predictive text to write your thesis or whatever, you should not use generative AI. You should not use ChatGPT. You just shouldn't use it in general. I think like the one use of it that no, it has legitimate uses and things. The one where I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. It's like, if you don't care about the accuracy, like if you're doing fiction, I don't think you should write a book with ChatGPT. I think if we were able to set aside the plagiarism issues, which we're not really, but if you were, I think it can give you something. You can quickly generate things to a starting point that you then take and work into something good. Like, I can see a use for that, yeah. But like, then there's a whole host of other issues with it. Yeah. But yeah, now like it's like, oh yeah, here's an AI summary of this Google search. Here's an AI summary of like your YouTube search. Here's an AI summary of it's just like, oh, I beg you, just shut up. Just shut up. Oh. Yeah, it is limited for sure. It has limited actual use. Yeah, I mean, that's also the problem with the huge amount of signal to noise. Like, the signal to noise ratio is getting worse and worse. What is the, like, it's the sort of like the dead internet theory where it's just bots replying to other bots and there's no people left. But yeah, it's a lot more neutral, but last year they're more optimistic. Yeah, interesting. Seems like maybe opinion is shifting a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, in the places where like it is actually useful, yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Because that's a different, that's not generative AI, that's more, that's different form of machine learning stuff, that is identification and whatever, but it's lumped in AI. So in passing, that's the one, yeah. It's like, well, that's a different thing. But yeah, Gen AI is the one where there's a huge amount of problems. And it's like, yeah, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. And honestly, God, just, it's been said many times, but that they were able to like brand it AI, it was like, oh, that was a huge, like, that gave them such a huge boost in terms of like popularity and so on, because I mean, it's incorrect. It's absolutely incorrect. but it's like, oh, to the sort of layperson, it conjures up all these ideas. It makes you think that it is thinking, and it's like, no, it's not. I don't know. And then, but yeah, I don't know. Machine learning is not as sexy of a term, you know. It's not as it's not as Hollywood movie or whatever. Can't really get into, yeah, it's media spin. Yeah, exactly. 4K. It's 260p. Yeah. I don't know. Your 4Ks and your 8Ks and your whatever. It's like, oh, it's going to revolutionize. It's like, no, it's going to make things so much worse. I guess that's a form of revolution. Yeah. Camera. Ah, yeah, that is the box. Camera itself is in the cupboard. In a bag in the cupboard. Yep. Hasn't been used in a little while, but did used to use it quite a bit. Wait, which one is that? That's the 60D. That's the 60D. That's the one. Yes. You probably can't quite read that on. No, you definitely can't. And that was mostly used years and years ago. No, I didn't think you could. I just had a quick look at the webcam. Like, no, there's no way you can read that. I wonder if it might be because of the focus, but I don't think you'd be able to read the back. Oh no. Definitely not if I do that. Nah. Stick it back on auto. That's alright. Doesn't matter. I mean, all that is up there is some doodles and a complete set of hiragana and katakana, but you know, don't worry about that. It's fine. What you don't see is the whiteboard over there with all the kanji. No. It's huge. Ah, nice. Man, a lot of people I know have been going to Japan recently. Yeah, if you can read this, my focus is off. I think it's just a good time for people to travel to Japan. I think the yen is recovering, but for a while it wasn't. It wasn't doing so good. Nice. Yeah, my brother just went with his wife a couple months ago for like was it 2 or 3 weeks? It was a similar sort of long period of time. And no, have not, and I haven't done much traveling at all for a really long time. Just spaghetti hot dogs. What will they think of next? I did get actually. It's over. Let me go grab it. I did get some goodies from this trip. Hold on. Show them off again. I did get a little gift when they came back. Terra from Final Fantasy VI. Lights up. Doesn't show up great on camera, but hold on. If I hold on. Nope, that doesn't help. Back gain. trying to see if I can make it look any good. Yeah, it looks better. Like in this view, it looks better with the with the light off. Yes, but then also, I still haven't had occasion to use this, but a Cactar drinking glass. Hold on, can I? Try not to drop it. Yeah, there you go. It has the sort of round bottom, so it doesn't it doesn't sit still. It rocks back and forth. Yeah. But yeah. No, I mean, it would be cool. It would be cool to go. It's a lot of fun stuff to go and see. A lot of beautiful countryside. But yeah. It's the thing where, like, yeah. Oof. Yeah, it's not, certainly not, man, right now. God. Bank account, it's very sick. No, I'm fine, but it's like yeah, I haven't but yeah, I haven't traveled in ages and ages, so it is one of those things that it's one of those very common things where people are like, oh yes, I'd love to travel and love to go places, like, and yeah, I would as well, but I have not had the money really, or the time. Mostly the money. Certainly for somewhere like Japan, where it's quite far, and so your flight is like the most expensive thing. But also, man, I have traveled by myself a few times in the distant past, and I gotta say I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't mind going somewhere for like a day trip by myself. Like, I even count, like, you know, just going up to a big city or whatever, or stuff like that. So you're saying I just need to get made redundant? Okay. I feel like I can make that happen. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think I would want to be like, for me, I would not want to be in Japan for like, let's say a week by myself. I don't know that I would. I mean, maybe it would be okay, but I think I would have a much harder time. And you know, even if I were, you know, completely fluent in Japanese and didn't have to worry about translation or communication issues, like, I think just being there solo and be like, for that long, I would be like, no. I don't think I would enjoy that particularly. But if it was with like a small group, that would be fine. I'd definitely be okay with that. But yeah, on my own. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, no, like, I remember this was a long time ago. This was like during uni. I went up to Edinburgh for the because I thought, oh, I'll travel up to the Fringe and so on. That would be a fun time. I think I tried to ask some people, but there weren't too many people there. No one else was interested. So I ended up going by myself, and it was fine for the first couple of, like, for the first day or two, but like after that, it was like, I think it was maybe like 4 days. It wasn't that long. It was like a long weekend, but I was still like, after the first day, I was like, I don't know. It felt odd. It felt very much. It's just lonely. It's just what it is. Yeah, I've done the thing. There's still 5 hours left in the day. Like, now what do I do? Yeah. So yeah, like, and right now, like, I don't know, unless I could find a bunch of people to go to Japan with, which is not terribly likely. Yeah, I mean, it's a very individual thing, very much so. Yeah. But yeah, for me, it's like start missing home. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, when was the last time I went anywhere? It wasn't that. That was like... I don't really remember. I think it was not the Edinburgh thing, but it is not since uni, because I've never had the, you know, opportunity really. The one we did after that, traveling to Geneva to go to the to CERN, because we were part for a trip, but mostly for a filming. My friend was we were in the science communication course, and he was filming his second or third year project. I think it's second year. Yes, no, it was. Yes, no, it was definitely second year project. And I was there to be camera and sound guy. And so we went to CERN, went to Geneva to do that, and that was fun. But then that was like, there was the two of us there, you know, him doing the presenting and me doing the the camera and sound and everything else. And flew in over Lake Geneva. We didn't really get to see Geneva very much, but we were mostly in CERN, and yeah, that's the one thing I remember. It was not cheap. We were only there for a few days, but we were able to get all the filming in. I have a picture of me looking, you know, very studenty, but standing in the middle of the CERN control room, the LHC control room, because they let us in there to do a little bit of filming and interviewing. Because we were going to not the LHC, but one of the earlier accelerators that was at the time, I think it might still be, but it was used for antimatter experiments. Because that's what his whole project was about. It was sort of based off of, you can tell how long ago this was. God Christ, based off of not riffing on, but sort of like the Dan Brown Angels and Demons thing, where there's a, you know, the people at CERN make antimatter to blow up the Vatican or whatever it is, and it's like, well, what's the truth behind all of that? And my favorite thing about that trip, and I've probably told this story on stream before, but I'll tell it again, and you'll hear it again, was when we went down there to the old accelerator where they do those experiments. There's a long corridor, and on the corridor there's a blackboard which had a number of, it was very like stereotypical, it had a number of like equations or things written on it, and it also had written at the bottom was secret plan to destroy the Vatican. So like, all right. We're getting that. Make sure we get a shot of that. Because we're going to use that. Absolutely, we're going to use that. But yeah, I remember we went there, and I think the sort of conclusion at the end was like, at that time, and the accelerator had been used for those experiments for a number of years, they're like, we have made enough antimatter to be, in total, to be able to run a light bulb for a few seconds. Like, that's how much the sort of energy of the antimatter, has after their years of experiments generating it and using it for experiments, because they were making, I think it was specifically antiprotons, because they're generated by a high energy beam striking a target, and then they would use magnetic fields and whatever to direct the resulting antiprotons to the various experiments that and capture antimatter capture devices that were then used in their various experiments that were all set up in there. And yeah, so like the amount of energy they've made is so very, very minuscule. So it's like, no, you can't really. Actually, wait, hold on. Yes, there you are. You might have a souvenir from this whole thing. Right up here. Right up here. We have this. I wonder if you can I wonder if you can guess what this is. This was from the close. It's not a neutron. It's from the CERN gift shop. It is an electron. There was a whole range of like plushy particles, and I got the electron. Yeah, this is ancient now, but the souvenir from that trip. I've kept it because when am I ever going to go back there, really? But yeah, like the weird thing about that trip to, well, not exactly a weird thing, but the funny thing about that trip to CERN was that we stayed because CERN itself, there's like it essentially is like a little village. It has like streets and roads, accommodations for people working there. It's like a little mini town that is built around there. And so we actually stayed there. There was some accommodations we could stay in. So we didn't really. We briefly saw Geneva as we flew in over the Lake Geneva, and like the airport and like the sort of service station, and then we were just in CERN for like a couple of days, and then went home again. So we didn't really. It's not what you would call tourism, but yeah. I think that might be the most recent time I went abroad, which is a long time ago now. But yeah, there's been opportunities where like there's been gatherings going on, but I just can't make it work, or I don't know. I just worry about spending the money and doing all that stuff. But I don't know. There's so many places you want to go, so many things you want to see, but who knows? Oh, is there any of this left? Yeah, you've got time, money, but never both. Yeah, right, exactly. Pick one. Yeah, usually if you've got the money, you're working more, which means you don't have time. If you've got time, you're not working as much, but you don't have money. Fidget spinner? I don't know. It's a screwdriver. It's kind of like a fidget spinner. I actually have a fidget toy right here, but it often gets abandoned for something else. But yeah, it's got like a loose thing at the top here and then just like going spin. The secret third option is to be a trust fund kid. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. I mean, yes. Oh god. Yeah. But no, I mean, like, yeah. Yeah, Japan is a good place to go. There's all sorts of other places as well, but man. It's sort of a cliche answer, but you know. We're this deep into the Final Fantasy Retro Gauntlet, and I'm solidly in my late onset weeb phase. So yeah, obviously, let's go to Japan. It's where it's all leading up to. Yeah. So, but yeah, we've been playing. Speaking of Japan, I haven't been playing Ghost of Tsushima on the stream, but I'm thinking when we get back from Desert Bus, and hopefully if I've got everything set up again, set up properly, I think after Desert Bus we'll get back into the Retro Gauntlet and get into Final Fantasy XI. It's time. I've been putting it off long enough. Getting back into bed. I mean, yes. Obvious. I mean, yeah. But after that. But yeah, no. 11. It's about time to get back to that. Entering the future. Yes. The world. The interconnected web. The information superhighway. The World Wide Web. Cyberspace. Jeb is maybe ready. Stay tuned. Just stay tuned for more information on that. Yeah, God, it's been a hell of a lot's been going on the past couple of weeks, so I haven't had the time that I want to set up for Space Bus, but I'm still planning on. I'm gonna do something. We're gonna do the thing, but man. Anyway, to fight the Sephiroth meteor. Yeah, no, I definitely, I still want to, and I would just like to have all the new stuff set up before I do that. But if I can't get that done, then we'll just do it old school, and we'll one last ride for this doddering old ancient machine over here. It might be a bit scuffed and a bit janky, but I mean, why change things now? why should this year be any different? Yeah. But no, I get back from all of that. Final Fantasy XI. For as long as I can stomach Final Fantasy XI, we'll see. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. We've talked about this many times, but I've said before I make no promises about finishing the story of that game. We'll see. We'll see. But then after 11. 12 and so on and so forth. Yeah. It'll be alright. We still got quite a way to go. Go through 12 and 13 and 10-2 as well, and the 13 sequels maybe, and 14 and 15. Yeah, it won't be for a while, Red. It won't be for a while. Got a number of games to go before we get to 14. And it fully depends on if I'm going to do the ancillary games as well. Like I said, 10-2 is pretty likely. 13 sequels I don't know about. Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, early era of online gaming. Yeah. We shall see. Excited to get back to it though. And yeah, plan is to go all the way up to 16, and then I will have played all the main Final Fantasy games. And then what am I gonna do with my life? Nah. No, you see, this is the thing. When it comes to 14, yeah, then we begin the next I mean, that is probably the plan, honestly. I have to pick the next Retro Gauntlet, which might be, I've said, like the other front runner. The other front runner for the Retro Gauntlet when I started it originally was Metal Gear Solid. Because I played Phantom Pain on stream some years ago, but haven't played any of the others. Well, I guess I played Ground Zeroes, but that's still Phantom Pain. Yeah, Collection Part 2 should be out by when we roll. I get to play Metal Gear Solid Triangle, that's right. It's nice to see, Konami adopting the Warhammer method of measuring things. 3 means triangle. Actually, no, that makes sense. If it was Warhammer, it would be square. Anyway. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid. Yes. That is like currently the front runner for the next Retro Gauntlet. Yeah, Pentagon with 4 sides. But yeah, I mean, the other ones I've had on my list are Zelda is one of them, although there are a lot of Zelda games. And it's also interesting because you probably would have to emulate a lot of them, because if you try to play them all legitimately, or I don't know what legitimately or whatever on Nintendo hardware, let's say that, if you try to do that, you kind of, I don't think you can. It's a lot harder than it needs to be, because Nintendo doesn't like to make it easy for you to do that for reasons that escape me. Yeah. The way Mark Nintendo intended. Yeah. And Zelda is like handheld, console. Yeah, that's the thing. There isn't, like, with Final Fantasy, you have the numbered games, which are like the those are the big those are like you can say those are the main games, and all the other ones are like they're spin-offs, or however you want to define that. You can't really do that with the Zelda games. You can a little bit. There are definitely games that are spin-offs, but there isn't as distinct of a mainline title. Like they're all the ones from like handheld games to console games. They all count, I guess. Because like if let me look it up. Let's have a look. Yeah, video games. You got Legend of Zelda, Zelda from on the NES, Zelda 2: Adventure of Link. Also, yeah. Then Link to the Past. Then Link's Awakening, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages. Oh yeah, then there was the re-release of Link to the Past and Four Swords on Game Boy Advance. Then Wind Waker, then Four Swords Adventures, Minish Cap, Twilight Princess, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, Skyward Sword, Link Between Worlds, wait, what's Triforce Heroes? The 3DS, okay. Oh, but 3 players instead of 4. Multiple, okay, yeah, that's right. Triforce Heroes. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Echoes of Wisdom. And then there's remakes as well. Okay. Collections. And then it says then there are spin-offs. Wait, what's this? Oh. Wisdom? People pay good money for that. Out. I think it counts Link to the Past released on the Barcode Battler 2 as a spin-off. Or I guess it was based on it. Although this is Zelda no Densetsu Kamigami no Triforce. Which, alright. Link, the Faces of Evil. Well, that's a CDI game. I think. Yeah, and Wand of Gamelon. Does that count? Do we do that? Okay, a bunch of like, yeah. Oh, Tingle's Balloon Fight. Yeah, does that count? Yeah, you simply must. Link's Crossbow Training. How many have I already played? I think I would still probably want to go through the ones I have already played, considering I played them a long time ago. But let's see. Well, Link to the Past, but that was Link to the Past and Four Swords Adventures on Game Boy Advance. Link to the Past. This is in no particular order, but Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. Were there any other ones? Did I play any other ones? I never had a Switch, so I haven't played any of the 2 recent ones. It might just be those 4. It might just be Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker. Because I had N64 and GameCube and Game Boy Advance. Yeah. And I think I didn't own Majora's Mask, but I remember playing a little bit of it, I think, with a friend back in the day. So yeah. Yeah, I would say, yeah. Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker. Yeah. And a little bit Majora's Mask. And I think I may have played a little bit of the first one on a virtual thing, like on the Wii Virtual Console, back when that was a thing. But like original Zelda is very different. From a different age. Ah. So yeah, that would be that would be another long running one because there's a lot of different ones. So yeah. But yeah, no, I think like the current front runners, yeah, for a future retro gauntlet, definitely Metal Gear Solid, Legend of Zelda. Yeah, true. Zelda 1 and 2 can be over with pretty quickly. Very true. What other? I'm trying to think. I know I thought of some other ones that I wanted to do. Because one of the things that, like, part of the reason I want to do it is to go through series that I haven't played. And like Final Fantasy is definitely like a big outlier, and like there's a whole load of these, and they're very influential. And they're maybe the kind of games I would enjoy, and yes, it turns out they are. And so yeah, this has been a good one to do. I've played a number of Zelda games, so that's why it's a little lower down on the list, because I've already played through them, several of them. Metal Gear Solid, I only ever played Phantom Pain, which was good, but it was well, it was unfinished, but also a bit of an odd one. And I think I only played it because it came. I think it was Phantom Pain that came free with my graphics card. I think it was. It might have been. It was either that or Witcher 3. I think it was Phantom Pain, actually. Anyway. Yeah, unfinished and very different from the rest of the games. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Would like to see what all the fuss is about. I should probably have it's fully just a mental list because we're not even done with Final Fantasy yet. But I should maybe make like an actual like document or something that has listed these things in. Unless I already wait. I wonder. To the Google Drive. No, that's my retro game collection. No. What do you mean suggested files? Don't suggest files to me. Don't you do that. Okay, no. I didn't put it there. Well, if I no, I don't think I did make a document. I mean, there are some things from other Nintendo ones, like Metroid. Because I have played Metroid Prime, or was it Prime 2? Prime or Prime 2? And Fusion, but that's it. I don't think I played any other Metroid. No, that's not true. Metroid Prime Hunters, which was on the DS. Yeah. Of course, the problem with that is that eventually you have to play Other M and watch them absolutely annihilate Samus's character. Which is, yeah. What are like the longest running video game franchises? Microsoft Flight Sim. Well, designed Donkey Kong, Frogger. Oh, actually, yes, yeah. Mega Man is a good one. Mega Man. There's a lot of Mega Mans. But yeah, no, Metal Gear would be definitely not 3. Truth, justice, and freedom for all. Oh yeah, I have been interested in Monster Hunter as well, because a number of people I know, and in fact a number of people in this very chat room also play Monster Hunter. But then I don't know if that would be a good like retro gauntlet, as in like playing through all the Monster Hunters from the start. I don't know if that would work as well. That might just be a different thing. Some Monhun. Yeah. Well, part of what's been really interesting about doing the Final Fantasy thing is seeing just the evolution of video games with just within one series, because we started out with one. Well, okay, we started out with the Pixel Remaster, which does smooth things over a little bit, but seeing how things change, and does give you some quality of life improvements, so there is that. Well, could be worth trying. That has an option to sidestep the grind. Oh, interesting. Yeah. But yeah, no, not going through that as a series now. Oh, I was like long-running video games. Oh, Sonic, actually. Sonic the Hedgehog. All Wilds could be a Solid Sunday game. True. Yeah, long-running. Sonic the Hedgehog. What do we have? Okay. Here we go, list of games. Okay, so there's learn from Dan Floyd's mistakes. That sign won't stop me because I can't read. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. Oh, there are so many. Oh no. Okay, this counts compilations and other things. Wait, what are these? Spin-offs. Sonic Spinball, Sonic Cafe games, educational games. Sonic Schoolhouse. Doesn't want to become a person with an opinion on Sonic. Becomes a person. No. But yeah, I mean, we were a Nintendo household over here. Not out of any real, like, this is just what we had. So there wasn't really much opportunity to play Sonic until much more recently. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 60. Yes, original Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Then 3. Wait, no, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, so there's two. Okay, there are 2 entries in like the Wikipedia list for Sonic games. For like, there's Sonic the Hedgehog 16-bit and 8-bit, which I guess are for different versions. So, all right, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, then Sonic the Hedgehog CD, Sonic CD, which is a different game. Began, but yeah, it was originally a port. Yep. Sonic CD, Sonic Chaos. Oh, I like that. Sonic Chaos is a 1993 platform game by Sega, published by Sega for the Master System and Game Gear. They control Sonic the Hedgehog and his sidekick Miles Tails Prower in their quest to retrieve the Chaos Emeralds from Dr. Robotnik, who has stolen them to construct nuclear weapons. Alright then. Then Sonic 3. Then Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah. Yes, of course. The Sonic Knuckles cartridge featuring an adapter that the player allows them to connect the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 cartridge, creating the combined game Sonic 3 and Knuckles, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Sonic Triple Trouble. What is this? Yeah, they're all Knuckles Chaotix. What the heck? There are so many. Tails Adventure. There's so many like random. Yeah, how do you? Sonic Blast. Okay. Pre-rendered visual. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay. Sonic Pocket Adventure for the Neo Geo. Sonic Advance for the Game Boy Advance. Sonic Advance 2, yeah. 3, yeah, man, I do remember some of these. Sonic Rush. Sonic Rush Adventure. Oh god. Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1? Eh? You what? Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal? What are all these random Sonic games? I guess these are all the 2D platformers, and there's all the 3D platformers, and yeah. Because I remember playing Sonic Adventure 2. That was where we got to play Sonic games. Was on the GameCube with Sonic Adventure 2. With Shadow and all of that stuff. Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog. They give him a gun. And oh god, Sonic 06, right? Sonic and the Secret Rings. Interesting. There are a lot more Sonic games than I realized. And there's just this weird, like, oh, Sonic Unleashed, right? That's the one where he turns into a hedgehog. For reasons that escape me, but you know. Oh yes, and then followed by Sonic and the Black Knight, where he's in a King Arthur type of thing. Which, yeah, naturally, that's where you put Sonic. In an Arthurian... you put Sonic the Hedgehog in an Arthurian fantasy setting. Yeah, sure. This makes sense. That's where Sonic that's where Sonic goes. Yeah, I remember the unskippable for this. It's like sung by an anime girl to Arthurian legend where Shadow, Tails, and Amy are already characters in the universe. Oh, can't believe Sonic and the Black Knight is an isekai. Oh, actually, yeah, I did play Sonic Generations. That was pretty good. Yeah, I remember. Classic Sonic and modern Sonic. Yeah, that was a fun time. Sonic Lost World. Okay. What? Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric, which is based on the TV series. Sonic Forces. Sonic Frontiers. Sonic X Shadow Generations, yeah. Now with Shadow. Right, Sonic Frontier, yeah. Oh, and then there are all the racing games that they made, including Sonic Drift from 1994 on the Game Gear. Yeah, oh, there are a lot of racing games too. And then Mario and Sonic at the Olympics games, arcade games, educational games, cafe games, other spin-offs. Good God, there are so many of these. There are so many Sonic games. Yeah, Sonic Battle. 2003 beat-em-up video game for the Game Boy Advance. Oh my God. Oh, excuse me. Oh, and then there are mobile games as well. Oh my God. That is crazy. I mean, yeah, do the Sonic series if you want to, like, drive yourself insane. Yeah. The funny thing about Sonic as like a video game franchise is because it like does all these, like, it had an identity as these sort of like fast-paced platformers and so on, but they tried to turn it into a narrative series several times, and it hasn't. I don't know that it's ever really worked that well. Or at least it doesn't seem to have worked very well. It's like you compare to Mario, you know, Sonic's most direct comparison, where there are a bunch of platformers and a bunch of 3D platformers and so on. But they've never really, like, certainly with like the 3D Mario games, they've never really tried to make it into like a narrative game. Yeah, infamously low hit rate, aren't they? Exactly, yeah. Like they've never had RPGs, yeah, have some proper story, but funny, but still true, yeah, with like Paper Mario. I guess actually, yeah, Paper Mario is probably the closest to come to that. But okay, the Sonic games have several times tried to have like a serious, I don't know, yeah, I guess a serious video game, like fantasy or sci-fi video game story, but also Sonic is there. Like that's like the Sonic and the Black Knight, even Sonic 06 and the Werehog one, where it's like, what do we? That's not why people play Sonic games. I think it feels like, or it has felt like in the past, that people behind those games kind of, I don't know if it's that they misunderstand the appeal of the Sonic series, but it certainly seems that way. where it's like nobody is playing. No one wants to play the Sonic games for the story. They want to play the Sonic games to go fast and jump on things. And like, I think that's why, yeah. You know, but yeah, you compare it to Mario, where outside of Paper Mario, which is almost like I don't know, almost like a separate franchise, but yeah, those are like goofy and funny, and they're not trying to be they're not trying to be serious, which certainly the Sonic games try to be. Well, some of them do anyway. The more narrative ones like Sonic 06 and the Black Knight, where they're like, we're gonna try and true, Mario and Luigi series, yeah, that's true, it's true. But it's also true there. They are goofy, funny, you know, RPGs. And it's like, if you want to do a Sonic game like that, that would be fine. You want to do a Sonic RPG that has that kind of tone to it, I think that could work quite well. But they keep trying to make Sonic games that have like a serious tone to their story, and it just doesn't work. It is just completely incongruous with Sonic himself. Like, it just doesn't, it does not land when you have like you have the Final Fantasy-esque or like anime, or like, you know, the well rendered human standing there delivering a, you know, portentous message about, I mean, it's very JRPG or very like Final Fantasy, where they're like, but then the souls of the people, and will light ever come back to the castle, and will we ever see the future, you know, whatever. And then you pan across and Sonic is there. It just doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. But they kept trying to do it. Forces has like straight up war crimes in it. Oh boy. Yeah, it just doesn't. Why have they not made a Sonic RPG? Maybe they have. Because you have a cast of characters. You have a very wide. Oh, BioWare did. Wait, what was it? You have a very wide range of characters. You know, make a Sonic JRPG. Sonic Tactics. Yeah. Ooh. What's the BioWare Sonic game? Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Ah, for the DS. Oh yeah. There you go. Turn-based role-playing game with rhythm and timing elements. Ah. I don't think it was particularly popular, but there you go. Yeah, sold poorly in Japan. Oof. Oh no. Okay. So, according to Wikipedia about Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, Sonic Chronicles sold poorly in Japan, with only 2,100 sales reported within the first week of release, which was blamed on the overall lack of promotion for the game in the region, and eventually sold 7,500 units. Which in Japan. Elsewhere is like at least 100,000 sold in the UK. But it briefly became the 10th best-selling Nintendo DS game in North America in October 2008, before dropping off the charts entirely. I literally had not heard of it before today, so It seems to, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it was terrible, but it didn't really have any lasting impact. Well, I think it's about time they tried again. But you know, the Sonic cast of characters does lend itself quite nicely to a sort of party-based RPG, right? You have different strengths and weaknesses, and you know, you've got Sonic. Sonic goes fast. Knuckles punch good. Tails can fly and has like, it's like a gadgety person. I don't know. Amy has a hammer. I don't know. I'm just saying, there's a lot of things to work with for a Sonic RPG. I think the time has come. Yeah. God, I also just don't want to think about what kind of mess of continuity Sonic has. Like, is it like Zelda where you just don't think about it and like they're all just different games? Or do they try and make the continuity work? I hope they don't, because that would be such a nightmare. Yeah, Zelda style. I mean, we had classic Sonic and Sonic meeting up in Generations, so yeah, some of the series will have a timeline if they're direct sequels to each other. Yeah. Classic shows up again and forces everyone's like, oh, it's you again. Like, huh? Man. So yeah, okay. The Sonic Retro Gauntlet is for when I want to go when I want to go crazy, go all out, and just like, okay, bunch of weird spin-off games. I mean, there are other ones like there's ones outside of my normal thing, like shooters, like Call of Duty, for example, which is not a series I've played at all. And there's a bunch of those. Have a look. Yeah, Call of... Like, one of the only series that is an actively an evil piece of media. Man. Yeah. Also, I love this. You've got titles in Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty 3. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, not like Call of Duty 6, no, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then later on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, sorry, Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghosts, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty World War 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, not to be confused with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Call of Duty Vanguard, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 with the Roman numeral 2, not to be confused with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from 2009, which uses the number 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 with numeral 3, and Call of Duty Black Ops 6. This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's an interesting thing to study, but I don't know that I would want to play through all of those back to back, really. That's a lot of war, a lot of shooting, a lot of, yeah. Double corners? No, not double. Two of them interchangeably. Ah. Oh no. Swap off from Call of Duty to something else. Call of Duty Kingdom Hearts. I was trying to think of something that's like completely the opposite of Call of Duty, and Kingdom Hearts is maybe that. I don't know. Sonic and Call of Duty, Sierra Adventure games. Yeah, at some point they overlap on War Crimes. Well, then at some point, you know, Shadow gets a gun, so there's that. Yeah, I know we also talked about doing like Resident Evil as well, because that has a long and storied history. Oh, Dorito era and Fortnite era. Oh god. Yeah. Or like Resident Evil or Silent Hill as well. But like, the thing with Silent Hill is that they actually have some pretty scary. I don't know. Yeah, God, but I hadn't thought we've talked about those before, but I had not thought about Sonic before. Oh boy, Call of Duty. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Call of Duty 4 is known as the last time COD tried to have a message that isn't Western military hegemony is cool. Enlist today. Yeah. Wait, Call of Duty 4. Ah, yeah. I was trying to remember what's the Battlefield is like the other like military shooter, like long running franchise, I think. Or Medal of Honor, yeah, that was that. So the competition at the time, yeah. Ah, right. Battlefield is multiplayer. Right. Yeah, okay. Medal of Honor was the... yeah. Competing one. Yeah, that's a Steven Spielberg. Damn. What do we got? Medal of Honor Underground, Allied Assault Frontline, Allied Assault Spearhead, Allied Assault Breakthrough, Rising Sun, Infiltrator, Pacific Assault, European Assault, Heroes Vanguard, Airborne, Heroes 2, 2010 Medal of Honor Warfighter, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. These are all like Yeah, the first 12 installments take place during World War II. Right. And there are... Wait, hang on, how many are there? 1, 2. Oh, so like all of them. It says the first 12 installments, so like all of them. Yeah, like literally they all take place in World War II. Got out-competed by COD, they tried to play catch-up. Yeah. Games are there in the Dragon Age series? I'm just thinking. Not too many. Warfighter was them trying to going modern. Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, Origins Awakening, Dragon Age 2. Inquisition. Remember we tried to play a bit of Inquisition on stream, but it didn't last too long. It was a bit tricky to play and stream at the same time. So that is one. Yeah, I think actually this Veilguard. Yeah, in fact, Veilguard comes out tomorrow. Dragon Age honestly could be a fun one because, yeah, I've played a little bit of Inquisition, as mentioned, but there's Origins, Journeys, Origins Awakening. Wait, Dragon Age. Wait, oh, that's a browser game. Interesting. And that doesn't even have a Wikipedia entry. A 2D Flash game. Oh, no wonder it doesn't exist anymore. Alright, so Origins Awakening, Dragon Age 2. Awakening is the expansion for Origins, okay. I have a series that goes Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and then never uses a sequel number after that. Hey, a number of these are just... Wait a minute, a number of these are just Flash games. Like, Dragon Age Journeys is a Flash game. Dragon Age Legends is a 2011 freemium Flash game. Yep, same thing. That one did earn a Wikipedia entry. And Heroes of Dragon Age, which is a mobile tactical role-playing, a mobile game. Dragon Age: The Last Court, which is also another web-based game. And then Inquisition and Veilguard. So actually, in terms of like non-Flash games, you've got Origins, Dragon Age 2, Inquisition. Wait, is that it? There's literally only 3 of them, and Veilguard now, so 4. It's only 3. Okay. Yeah, it makes all the things. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Castlevania. Yeah. 10-year gap between Inquisition and Veilguard. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, DMC was also on my potential list. Play some Devil May Cry. Haven't played any of those before. DMC is also short, yeah. Does require playing DMC too. Look, we've suffered through, some games. It was funny looking at these and realizing that I've also already done like most of these series, like Fallout. Like I've pretty much played all the Fallout games. Maybe not all the way through, but the only one I haven't played 76, but I have played most of the other ones. Resident Evil into Devil May Cry. Could work. We're ready to essentially play through it. We did this already with Halo, you know. We kind of did. Because I'm just looking through like list of like long running games. Kirby's been around for a long time. Mass Effect. Yeah, man, it's been ages since I played Mass Effect at all. Start that one over again. And 1 to 2 to 3 to Andromeda. Yeah, Mega Man, Metal Gear, Metroid. It's all the Pokemon games, but that has a similar problem to Zelda games. But also all the, I mean, oh god, I think there are more of those. 9 generations of games, and there are so many Pokemon spin-offs. Oh my god. Gotta play them all. Yeah, I mean, it is really good for this. Yeah, because that's the thing. There's big swings, big changes, and one of the problems with Pokemon, I think, is that it's very similar all the way through. I think so, and I'm pretty sure that's something Pokemon fans complain about. It's like, why hasn't this changed in like 20 years or more? There's also SMT, Shin Megami Tensei, leading into Persona. God, that would be, yeah. Well, I don't know how easy it would be to get all of those. Mario. I mean, the sort of yeah, the big one we missed out is like Mario games, but I don't know. There's a lot of those, and I don't know. I'm not super interested in playing through all the Mario games from the beginning. There's like literally hundreds of them as well. Yeah, no. Half-Life, you have to figure out how to play Alex. Oh yeah. What about all the Tomb Raider games? There are quite a few of those as well, actually. I've played Tomb Raider 2013 and Rise of the Tomb Raider. Never played Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but yeah. And then there's a lot of other Tomb Raider games. Hmm. Yeah, okay, there are quite a few. I don't know how different they would be. But yeah, again, that could be an interesting sort of like look into how that series has evolved. But yeah, like I said, we played Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider on stream before. It was some years ago, but does exist. Pretty dreary in quality. I mean, look, this is a gauntlet for a reason, right? This is not supposed to be easy. Part of the thing I wanted to do with it was like, no, we're gonna at least try to play all the games. Let them stand on their own. Let them make their own case. So yeah, there might be some bad games in there, but that's part of it, you know? You got to take the series as a whole. That includes the bad games. I don't make promises about finishing them. Like if I'm like, no, I'm having a bad time, we're going to stop. But at least want to give them a shot. So yeah, there's the remaster trilogy. You know, it could work. That's a good one. Tomb Raider. Yeah. 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 So, yeah, that seems like... Yeah. LucasArts stuff. Well, here's the thing. I kind of already... I've already done that in some ways. There was a period where I kind of did a proto version of this years ago, but played through Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and I played Jedi Academy. Like... I've done that. I've done that. But there's a lot of Star Wars games, so. But we did the Jedi Knight series. There are many, many more. It's true. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there are so many. Oh, there are so many. Oh, no. There are so many. Oh, God. How do you... Considering that LucasArts has been making Star Wars games since 1982. What can you'd have to make a list. Super Star Wars, yeah. Yeah. No, I think once we're done with like Final Fantasy, I think Metal Gear is next on the list for a retro gauntlet. But man, yeah. Following that, things like Tomb Raider or Resident Evil. I don't think I want to even think about like Sonic or. Oh god, yeah. But I think this is just the way to. This is just going to be the way I'm going to structure things for a long time, because it really helps. And also it gives me an opportunity to play through a number of things, to really expand my what's the word, experience of video games and things like that. Yeah. But yeah, we get back into it once Desert Bus is over. We get back on that train. So I'm not gonna be like trying to finish Ghost of Tsushima before then. I think I might just play more Ghost off stream. I might do that. I might actually give myself an off stream game once again, and play some more of that by myself, because yeah, it's good and I do enjoy it. But I want to get back to the Retro Gauntlet. That's the plan. That is the plan. Yeah, finish that off stream, exactly. Well, speaking of finishing off stream, I think well, it's, what is it, 7:45, or just gone 7:45, and it's been a busy week and a hectic thing, so I might just call it for tonight, honestly. Go get some food. I was up early today to get a delivery of medication, so I think that's probably a good plan. So yeah, lots to think about. Anyway, so as I said earlier, this is going to be it for my regular streams until after Desert Bus, which is so regular streams will resume on the 11th of November. At least that's the plan anyway. Maybe a bit after that, I don't know. We will resume on the week following. Sorry, not the 11th. What am I talking about? No, that's during Desert Bus. Shut up. The 18th, I guess. The 18th. Sorry, yeah, because Desert Bus is from the 8th to the 15th. Sorry, the 18th of November. We'll be back on the regular schedule at that point. But as I have said, keep an eye out, because yeah, I don't have anything ready right now. I don't have a promotional image, but I am planning to do a Space Bus at the usual time, which is 3 hours before Desert Bus goes live, which this year is checking November 8th, 3 p.m. Pacific time. So that would be at 12 p.m. Pacific time. I'll leave it up to you to convert that to whatever time zone you're in. So I will be doing that in one form or another. God, I hope I can. We'll do something for that. I will. Yeah, I'll be back for that, and I will be doing, once the Desert Bus prize previews go live, I will do my customary prize preview stream. Looking forward to that, because there's some really cool stuff on there. So keep an eye on the socials. Oh, sorry, and Blue Sky. I still haven't updated that. Lots been going on. Anyway, and the Hats Chat Discord for more information about those streams, which will be coming up next week, because Bus is coming. Bus is coming. Desert Bus is on the 8th of November this year. I will be there in the chat, moderating and watching and having a good time. I hope you will be there too, even if just for a little bit, and hope you can donate. Give a little to the charity, and maybe win yourself something cool. Get a shirt when that's revealed. Should be any day now. Well, probably sometime next week, I would think. So yeah, there you go. Look forward to all of that. I am looking forward to all of that. I will see you around. stay tuned. I will be the next stream will be the prize preview stream, which historically I think it should be on Monday. It depends when they release the prizes. They might do it over the weekend. If they do, I will probably still do it on Monday. So tentatively Monday, I will be back here to do a prize preview stream, probably at the usual time. But then the next stream after that is Space Bus, and then it's Desert Bus, and we're off to the races. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for hanging out and chatting, everybody. This was a good time. I'm glad I got to do that before we get more sporadic and, you know, Desert Bus takes over my life for a week, for a couple of weeks, which it usually does. I will see you around, and take care, everyone. And bye-bye for now.